Alright. Well, this is going to be a little bit of a weird speedrun. Because I am going to be speedrunning, quote unquote, but I'm basically going to do nothing on the character that is actually doing the speedrun. I'm pretty much just going to be boosting it. In fact, here, I'm going to move this just down here. We'll put this in the bottom right corner or something, because I want to make sure that I can show, like, the chat log and stuff for certain things, especially regarding loot and whatnot. I'm just refreshing the Twitch stream. Alright. So, I'm going to have to switch around OBS at a few points during this stream, because obviously I want to show the first few seconds of, well, not few seconds, minute or two of this. Use the boost to get through, yeah. But I'm going to start on this character, obviously. But very shortly after the start, pretty much like the moment that I unlock the cloak and get like the teleport out of the intro zone, which will be like 30 seconds in, I'm going to invite this character to a group and I'll be on my priest. And at that point, I'm going to switch the recording over to my priest because, realistically speaking, the entire point of this is to showcase how fast level 20 priest boosting is. And I don't want the entire run to just be you guys watching a character sit at the entrance of a dungeon, so it'll be from the point of view of my priest. Now, I'm showing that this is the character that I'm going to use, but that being said, we'll test this real fast. And that way, I'll have a moment before the run actually starts to explain a few things. So here is my priest, which, of course, when the run actually starts, I'm going to invite my character to a group, and we're going to do stuff. But basically, free trial account, level 20 Holy Priest, and I'll quickly explain some of my setup stuff. So I do want to quickly note, before anything else, this is not a maxed out character. There are still things that I can do to increase this character's power. This is not meant to be like a finalized, perfect run. The reason I'm doing this is because I have to do test runs for this anyway. And either I could do all the test runs on my own, or I could, stream one or two of them early on, and kind of show you guys what it's roughly like when you're doing priest boosting. And the nice thing about priests, because a lot of people have asked this in the Discord, and I'm sure that I'm going to get comments on this when this eventually becomes a video, so I'll just quickly answer now that for boosting, I believe the three fastest classes are, well, classes and specs, are Havoc Demon Hunter, Windwalker Monk, and Holy Priest. Havoc Demon Hunter, I think, at maximum investment is best because it has really good mobility, and realistically, you're going to hit a point where you can just one-shot almost everything. Bosses will take a few GCDs for any of those three specs, but your damage is going to be very comparable. And Havoc has really high mobility, so all else being the same, it's really nice. The advantage to Windwalker is, well, it does have pretty good mobility. It's not quite on the level of Havoc. It has Touch of Death, so when your cape gets really big, you can start one-shotting bosses, which cheeses a few fights, namely Wise Mari, and it lets you, really, really, really quickly clear some of them. So that's kind of nice. And Priest, I would say, is really good because, while it is a little bit slower on the mobility side, that is lessened by the fact that you have all these special Tinker abilities, so like Heroic Leap and stuff like that. And also, it is the lowest investment by far. So if you aren't interested in grinding out like a super duper beefy level 20, and you just want to get a free trial account, boost your characters through some dungeons, this is the way to go. Holy Priest is really, really nice. You do not need to do much at all to get it working, and it gives you healer queues in case you don't already have that, because obviously if you have a character that you're boosting that can queue as a healer, well, that would be ideal, because then you get near instant queues. Holy Priest gets that no matter what. So, in my opinion, this is the most approachable one. This is what most people want to go with. The only people who I think should be going for the Havocs or the Windwalkers are the people who really, really, really want to invest heavily in this and who want to get those massive cloaks and do this super seriously. You've tried Havoc, it just doesn't click with your brain. Yeah, I mean, fair. Playstyle-wise, that is another thing that, of course, could differentiate it. At lower levels, things are a little bit more straightforward. I personally, my main in Remix has been a Havoc Demon Hunter. I like Havoc. I think it's fun. It's very fast-paced, especially playing Havoc with ridiculously high haste is tough. Like, my I-Beam finishes almost immediately, so a lot of the stuff that normally is, like, channeled just happens instantly, and you have to really quickly react to that, so that's a little bit tricky. But yeah, I think Holy Priest is definitely the best method. Now, one of the other things is you want to do this on your main account, because what you'll notice is I have... This is the starting alt cloak plus whatever I've managed to farm. So I managed to farm a decent amount of stats on top of what you start off with, but having that starting at like 100% experience and all the other bonuses is really good. If you just make a starter account attached to whatever your main account is that has this bonus, that'll work. It also lets you get all the account-wide accessories, because obviously I can't get this normally, but it lets me purchase it. So you can't, like, trade anything, which is kind of the problem. You'll notice I have some really low-level gems here, because manually farming full legendary gems for, I think it's like 17 sockets is what you need on a brand new character. It takes a while. So I've been trying to do that. I have legendary gems in, like, about half of my slots at this point on my priest, so as I said, this is not maximum investment. I still have ways to go. And of course, I'm going to keep working on it. I will make videos eventually when it is fully powered up, but I think this will maybe give you a good idea on just how fast it can be, even if you only have a basic alt, not even one that is super juiced up. And the other thing about gear is, for Holy Priest at least, Mastery is a dead stat, because this is just a pure healing effect. It's kind of the opposite for Havoc, right? But I want to get gear that is not only a blue item, because if it's blue, then it has slightly better stats, and you'll get this by running heroic dungeons. And I am still missing a few. I have gotten dogshit RNG with belts. That happens. I can't even get a green belt that has a primary stat. That's not mastery, so I'm still using a really shitty belt, unfortunately. I've gotten good shoulders, a good helmet, good chest piece. I at least don't have mastery bracers, and I don't have mastery boots, so that's something. All my current blue items, they're, you know, better than normal. For whatever reason, the stats on one-hand's offhand is marginally better than running a two-hander, at least at the way that level 20 scaling works for priests. I don't know if this applies to everybody, but I'm using a blue dagger. I haven't managed to get a blue offhand to drop yet, but that will be better in the long run. And then, obviously, the other stuff is just the accessories that come with your account. So, that is what I'm doing for gear. There are, obviously, long-term, I would want to have blue everything, as I said, but I don't have that just yet. For gems, Thundering Orb is basically your best option for right now. I mean, there are other gems that you could run. Like, maybe you could argue Oblivion Sphere, if your AoE gets to a point where, like, you're so juiced up that you can just immediately one-tap everything with Holy Nova. Possibly you could drop Thundering Orb, but as it stands, I'm, like, three-shotting things, so on large AoE pulls, this is still helpful, and this is still the best option for me right now. And I think for most people, it will be, but there are other things you can do. One thing I will note is that farming these gems is a bit of a pain. You could manually buy it, but obviously early on, a lot of your bronze should be going to the stat gems, because that is a very, very long grind, and you will get all of these eventually. So I have slowly been unlocking all of my green, blue gems, but I've done quite a few runs at this point. I only just got Heroic Leap right before starting this, like on my last set of testing runs. Before then, I was using Blink, which is pretty good as well. But I'm still missing about half of these. I'm missing most of the purple gems, and I am missing a good amount of the Tinker gems, about half of them, including some of the good ones. So, obviously, Searing Light is the only one that is really important. Hey, Azra. This one is very, very, very impactful. Now, what's interesting about this is it actually does very little damage if you're healing a low-level character, or yourself. Which, you know, you're a low-level character. But the thing about Searing Light is that if you have a level 70 in your group, this effectively doubles your damage. And I'm also running Righteous Frenzy, which I just picked up recently. So I believe that this will be better. But before I was using something different, so we'll have to see. A lot of the other stuff doesn't really scale well, though. I'm running Sunstrider's Flourish just because it does some damage, and there's really not much else to run. But, like, if I look at my overall breakdown here, you'll see that it really doesn't do much. It normally does a little bit more, but very little. I'm running Meteor Storm just for the stun, but I figure that long-term, like, if I had Opportunist, I'd probably drop Sunstrider's Flourish and take that, because I would still benefit from the additional crit. There's a few other ones that I still want to test, but obviously I don't have it yet. I think Slay would probably be good even after the nerf. Hard to say, though. But the main issue with Twinks is that you only have, realistically, 3 gem slots to play with, because Searing Light is 100% like the best option that you can get. And from there, it's just picking and choosing what is ideal. There's some that I would imagine are pretty good for Havoc, like Quick Strike I could see being really good for Havoc. Obviously, melee attacks on a Priest aren't going to be super impactful. But yeah, I think that pretty much covers all of the important stuff. I'm sure that I'm going to get questions later on, and I will do my best to, answer those when they come along. But for now, I think it's probably best to just get into the actual speedrun, and let me just make sure. Yeah. Yeah, people are griefing, by the way, with, what's it called? With Righteous Frenzy. Because just before starting the stream, I came back to find myself dead in side Shrine of the Two Moons. I went AFK to make coffee, and I came back, and my character was on the floor. And, like, it doesn't really matter at all, but it is mildly annoying. And the fact that people can kill you in friendly territory while you're AFK using a gem, I don't know why this is a thing. This is just fucking stupid. This is like, how did no developer ever think, like, let's add something that lets people kill players by healing them, and we're not going to add a check to make sure that this works outside of combat. Like, huh? How is that not your first thought when designing something like this? Very much confusing. I really hope that they fix it. Especially weird because they doubled the amount of damage that it does to friendly players, and still didn't fix the fact that you can kill people with it. It's weird. How am I liking the Twink experience? Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I'm gonna be honest that this really isn't. It's not my cup of tea, right? Like I know you, Azuro, like you like to do a lot of the twinking stuff, and it's neat. I like the concept, but I mean, I'm really just doing this because, what can I say? It is one of the fastest leveling methods at this point, and it's really easy to set up for how strong it is. Like, I have no interest in looking into level 11 twinking for retail, for instance. That's just, I'm not really worried about doing that. It's, the main issue with this, I think, is because of how fucked scaling is, and how bad a lot of the other options are, this is just honestly one of the best methods of leveling. And while level 11 twinking in retail is good, it is not faster than questing. So I'm not really big into looking into potential alternatives, but if something has clearly been demonstrated to be one of, if not the fastest leveling methods, I gotta test it, and especially at this point when it's, like, really easy to get going with how broken some of these things are. The team working on Pandaria Remix is clearly unaware of how the WoW community works, and all the sweaty hyperspawn farming. Yeah, it's... Some of this stuff, anybody who actually plays the game would be able to see it from a mile away. But anyways. Swapping over. So just a heads up, the screen will be going black like that. If the screen goes black in the middle of the run, do not panic. You have not disconnected or anything like that. It's because I will be switching between POVs, because that's kind of how this works. Just letting you guys know ahead of time. I think it'll make for a more enjoyable viewing experience overall. And, alright, I think we can probably hop in now. Don't really have much else to do. So let me go ahead and... I'm just going to start the timer, like, the moment I zone in. One of the nice things is I don't really need to do any setup with my UI and whatnot, because none of my stuff in this character really matters. I'm just doing this, and Cloak of Infinite Potential. Really, I'm just teleporting out of the starting zone just to get this initial stuff over and done with. And then... boost. Okay. Why is this not working? Okay, there we go. Took me a second to find the character. And I should also note, just to be clear, this is going to be significantly faster if you have another person boosting you. I'm going to queue as a tank just to make it faster. We're going to turn this off, switch over here, turn this back on. There we go. So if you don't have to switch between tabs constantly, like, that will save time. Just plain and simple. But what are you going to do? Also, if you really want to maximize, like, your time efficiency, you should make sure that you are grouping with a full group of people. Also, I know that my audio is still set to the other one, so I want to get this out of the way first, but the moment that I finish this run, I will be switching my audio over to the priest so it's not completely silent. Just letting you know that ahead of time. There'll be some learning here. This is also one of the reasons I'm doing this on Twitch and not YouTube, because this is something that I'm obviously not entirely familiar with. So I want to make sure that I iron out all the kinks before I do something like this in an actual run. Alright. And then... not used to using Heroic Leap. There we go. And then get the buffs going. One of the really nice things about Rhapsody is it just... whenever you're running, you're technically building up damage. So it's not really that much slower. Also, one annoying thing about just getting to a point where you can build up your character on your twink is you do need to stop and loot stuff. Which is why, for the purposes of, like, this run, I could speed things up by not looting anything, and by just holding W and running to the end. But I actually need the bronze, I need the consumes, I need all this stuff, because ideally, I would like to keep powering this character up. Put myself... okay, we're gonna do this. And smite, Shadow or Death. Nice. Right. And you don't need to do the intro cinematic to cue Heroic. Yeah, I wanted to get out of the Timeless Isle because I figured it'd be less laggy in between queues. That is... I'm eating effectively a 30-second time loss for this, just for slightly better performance. I know it's not a big deal, just... I think one of the ads is healing it. Alright. Oh, I got put to sleep. Okay, this is probably a good time to switch the audio. And then let me tab over... Rise, my champion. And, yeah, wait for the other guy to be back up. Perfect. Should also state the obvious and say that if you want to try and queue with me, you're welcome to do so. If you are watching along. Let me quickly, I'm gonna apply this just to make it slightly easier. Oh yeah, you guys can't see that. I changed some UI settings on my alt account. Just to make it easier for me to leave and enter the instance. Yeah. So stuff like this will obviously lose you time. So when I'm eventually going to do like a theoretical perfect run of this, I would get multiple people to run with me where they would be able to instantly accept the queue and we'd be able to just like re-queue within the instance. But obviously for this, it's not really doable. I think this evoker is, yeah, also boosting. Not the most insane cloak I've seen, but considering they have really high mobility, they're probably going to do about the same as me. Yep. So, I said before, and people, like, were saying, oh, I don't know, like, 20 Twinks are really good. This is not even, like, as insane as a level 70 can get as far as cloaks go. And you can see he's already pretty much matching me in damage dealt, and he is way faster than me also. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize I was close enough to take damage there. Now, obviously, my Twink is not at full power either, but realistically speaking, I would say if you wanted to do heroic dungeon boosting as fast as you possibly could, getting a character up to, like, a super powerful point is going to be even easier. See, he just locked me out, right? Which, honestly, kind of stupid on his part, because I would have sped it up being in there. So, we're actually going to lose a little bit of time, because the evoker's kind of trolling here. But, theoretically, if you had somebody with, like, a giga-frogged-out cloak, they would be faster. Because you can only get to a certain point as far as mobility goes on these characters. Also, I'm going to miss out on loot from that boss, which sucks, but figure it, because I did kind of get shafted a little bit by that evoker. I'd rather just keep going, speed up the run slightly. How much stam does the dragon have? I think I hovered over it. It was like, what, 40-something K? Gonna leave instance group. Oh god. Yeah, still small. Exactly, yeah. And the thing is, while obviously it takes time to build up your cloak, like, my main is already relatively close to where that guy is. That's how easy it is, relatively speaking, to get to that point. And I know, Chori, you have, like, way more stats on your main already. So, yeah, it is... It's definitely easy to get a really big cloak if you put enough time into it. And by the end of the event, I would say, like, if you're really grinding, it's much better to do it on, like, a main character, because then not only can you use that for boosting alts just as well as you could a low-level character, but then you can also use that to farm bronze for cosmetics, you could use that to raid boost, you could use that to farm Garrosh heirlooms. So, unless the only thing that you care about is gearing up alts, is this guy also? That's a level 70. But yeah, relatively small cloak. And the one big difference is the survivability. Like, you can see he just tried to pull the entire room and he died, which I take absolutely no responsibility for that, because that was 100% him just running off on his own and pulling extra shit, so, yeah. I mean, I don't know what he was hoping to achieve with that. Maybe he thought I was just going to, like, follow him and pocket heal him, but, like, no. Even if I was just a normal healer, that's not my fucking job. Especially considering I am basically the tank and the healer in this situation, both literally and metaphorically. Yo. But yeah, I would say only do this if you're dedicated purely to leveling characters. For long-term stuff, if you just focus on your main, and you want to get, like, Garrosh heirlooms, all that stuff, then eventually your main will be able to do this too. So there's no reason to, like, double dip, waste your time. Now this is one of my favorites. I maybe should have saved Thundering Orb for this situation, not that it really mattered. And in this situation, so you'll notice on the damage breakdown, Searing Light actually did a lot here. So, Holy Nova still does a shit ton, but if a lot of people are level 70 and they're near you, and they are taking tons of damage, that will end up blasting everything nearby. You pull it, you tank it? Yeah, exactly. I mean, all joking aside, normally I would have done it, but it's like... I mean, I genuinely don't know what he was doing. Whoa, okay. That boss kind of fell over. Was that my Searing Light? Yeah, that was... Okay. So, I must have pre-healed one of them, and then Searing Light procced the moment Lillian activated, and... Yeah, that... Pretty good. Yeah, I would say Searing Light is really the only tinker that for this is mandatory. Because the other ones don't really scale. The thing about Searing Light is that all of the scaling is down to how much you're healing. So if you're healing a really high health player, then you get the full value out of it at level 20 compared to what somebody would get even at max level. So it's actually not that bad. Just gonna... leave on that character. And we'll queue up. Queue up. It should be instant. For reference, right now, my character is level 16. And because a lot of the experience from this is from the boss kills, from the bonus experience, and all of that goes to my male, I am level 16, as you can see here, and I haven't even gotten the full value out of these runs. Because the full value comes when I open the mailbox and loot all of that. Okay, one thing that's annoying, I don't really know how to control it, but Threat, for whatever reason, is really bad. Despite the fact that I'm doing an insane amount of damage, it's actually really difficult to hold Threat. Right. Going to wait until I get in here, and then... Okay, well, yeah, that's not where I wanted to click. Oh, well. Pretty sure they nerf Threat for healers. That might be why, yeah. It might be that the healer Threat nerf to prevent this from happening is now making it difficult for me to hold Threat while boosting, which makes things really awkward, honestly. This pull is the only one that has sometimes killed me. Now, I haven't died to this in a little while. It was while I was first starting these boost runs. It would sometimes kill me, but I still try to be safe on that one because I'm not sure if I'm completely out of the woods yet. Okay, well... Oh, nice, the guy came in here, so I should be getting a lot of damage. We're slept. Get me in on this. Your alts need to complete the quests. If you can message my character, sure. Obviously, I'm not going to pause, but like if you get a whisper out to me, I mean, you can see my character's name, so. And this is on Zul'jin. I don't know if that helps. I'm pretty sure You also, I think, have me on B tag, so that might help. It would be... How long did it take to set up your cloak / played? Good question. / played 12 hours, and I would say a good 3 hours of that is just AFK. So I was AFK for like over an hour before starting the stream, just sitting in Shrine of the Two Moons. And my my priest was AFK for like a little while last night. So realistically, I would say in terms of actual / played, this is more like 8 hours that I spent actually working on this character. Really not that bad. And this character was ready to do boosts pretty much within like 2 hours of character creation. It's really not that hard to get set up at a basic level. Like at this point, I'm kind of thrashing dungeons, as you can probably see. What was the breakdown on that for Wise Mari? Oh, that was by Searing Light. Yeah. So Searing Light, I think, ignores Wise Mari's immunity, it seems. That's the only way that I can explain that I was just able to completely delete him. But yeah, you get strong pretty fucking fast. Like, this doesn't require that much setup. It's a little bit harder if you are doing, like, 4 AFK boosters, because, as you can see, Searing Light is a big chunk of my damage, so if nobody is walking around for me to heal, then I will do roughly half the damage. I could still solo it, it just takes longer. What? You can do that? I've literally never had that happen. Okay. I didn't realize you could just kill her before Yulon even got summoned. Now, admittedly, the Evoker here is also not a level 20 twink, but the Evoker is... It might even be the same one that I queued into before. I wasn't paying attention to the names. But I'm pretty sure that's the one who has, like, a really beefy cake and was, like, doing insane damage. And I'm still doing more than him, mind. But, yeah. Healer threat reduction got 95% reduced threat. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, that explains a lot. 9 hours farming to get a snowball rolling, which gets stronger and stronger over time. Pretty much, yeah. Immunity is a DR after the changes because the dungeon is a weird hybrid between Mythic Plus and normal. Yeah. So I guess Searing Light just does so much damage that it kind of ignores that whole thing. Right. Messaged you a few minutes ago, Sidel Korgath. I didn't get it. If you messaged it to, it has to be this character. Because I'm not on the boost character if that's the one you messaged. But I can try to invite after this manually. A Shadow Fiend damage is actually not that bad. What? Was... That felt really fast. I don't know if I one-shot that or what happened there. But yeah, imagine this with full investment. Like, this would be kind of fucking ludicrous. Smite. I missed the touch of death timing. Nice. Heroically, definitely the player. I don't know if you can hear, but it is thundering outside pretty loud. They're taking a while to catch up. I don't want to completely outpace these guys, but... Never mind, it's Horde? Yeah, unfortunately it's faction-specific for this stuff, because random dungeon queue. Alright, leave instance group, leave instance group. Hey, Axara, good to see you. Q. Assuming your time of 100 minutes in Discord, what are we talking about? 24k bronze an hour just from the 70 bonus? Yeah. Pretty much, yes. So, yeah, I don't... And that's interesting, Troy. I wasn't aware of that. That makes sense because she got pulled to some of the people on the side, so I understand why that works. I had no idea, but that's definitely good to know. Yeah, I don't know how I want to handle that thing. You can thank Chori for that strat. It is easily the most overpowered thing that I've seen so far. I'm not going to talk about exactly what it is, for obvious reasons. But it is without a doubt the fastest way to level right now. That said, I still think that it is like a supplementary thing. Like, a lot of people are saying, like, oh, the fastest way to level is just spam this one thing. And I honestly don't even think just spamming heroic dungeons is the fastest way. I think that if you're going to spam one thing, this is probably the fastest. But I think, like with most forms of leveling, the best leveling method is a combination of multiple things. And I think some amount of, like, heroic dungeons at lower levels and then Mogashan Vaults at level 25 is almost always going to be the best way. After that, there are a lot of different methods. Like, one that I can say that I have tested, and honestly, it's really not that fast, and I mentioned this in my Discord, is the Dagger in the Dark scenario. Somebody left a YouTube comment about that, and I tested it out, and it's just honestly not that good. It's not bad, it's an interesting idea, but the thing about the Dagger in the Dark scenario is you get absolutely nothing out of it, and it's really just not that much faster than this. So it's like, if you're going to level up a shit ton of alts and use, like, some cheesy method, you might as well just use this method. Because this one gives you way more threads, way more bronze, on top of being ridiculously fast for leveling. So, yeah, it's, I just died, oh my god. Yeah, this one's just better overall, I feel. Okay, hold on, let me phase this. You can bypass that with some scuff stuff, but it's a lot of work for a speedrun. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that, like, if you really wanted to boost people, and that was all you were doing, like, you were selling boosts, then maybe. But obviously, I'm not going to try to look into that right now, because the main purpose of this is for, you know, going fast. And if you were to do a speedrun, you would want to make sure the character is on the same faction, because it's just easier. There's no hassle with it. But what was I saying? Yeah, so for the Chori strat, I don't want to share it now. It is broken. The only thing that I will say about that one is I'm a little bit hesitant on it, because Chori, I think we can probably agree on this. It is right there on the border of, this might be an exploit. It honestly feels a little bit exploity, more so than some of these other methods. Not blatantly an exploit, but it's one of those things where upon thinking about it more, I don't really think I'm going to heavily use it, but I might make a video on it because it's one of those things where it it is a very big oversight by Blizzard in terms of, like, laziness. Of, like, they did not do their jobs properly, and something is not working correctly. But the bigger issue with the thing that Chori found is that it is a bug that is actually coming at the cost of normal levelers. Basically, it's something that is broken in a way where if you exploit it correctly, you can level very, very, very quickly, but the way that it is broken actually means that leveling speeds for everybody else have been drastically reduced this whole time, and we didn't even realize it. So the only reason that I may cover it is because if Blizzard fixes the bug, then the 1 hour leveling method would probably get patched. But it would maybe, hopefully, make it so they finally fix the thing that's fucking everybody over without them realizing it, and giving them, like, a massive XP reduction in certain areas. So what I will probably do is, because this one, whether or not it's an exploit, I can assure you that this method that Chori has discovered, it will get patched. So I will definitely share it at some point, because it's like, if I don't share it, Blizzard will find out eventually, and then they will secretly fix it. And if they secretly fix it before anybody gets a chance to level alts with it, well, then that would just kind of be a waste, right? It's not like the Thaldraszus questline where I kind of debated on it, because I'm like, maybe that they keep this one up. No. This is a leveling method that Blizzard will nerf the moment they hear about it, considering they've nerfed so many other things in Remix that are way less egregious. But I would need to go about it in a certain way, namely, I would need to make sure that we did something similar to how I approached the Thaldraszus strat, where with the Thaldraszus strat, I waited until, like, very late on a Friday to announce it. And I don't know exactly what I would do for that, if I would do the exact same thing. Nice. Okay, that is actually, yeah, really broken strat. But I would probably wait until, like, a very, 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 very late time to announce it. And that way, Blizzard would not be able to hotfix it very quickly. So bare minimum, it would give people 24 hours to fix. Blizzard only does, like, emergency weekend hotfixes for things that are genuinely, like, game-breaking. Like, if they do not fix this, the game will explode. And this is a broken leveling strat, but I don't necessarily think it is, like, game-breaking, like, oh my god, if Blizzard doesn't fix it, they're going to, lose their minds. I think it's pretty reasonable. So I think probably cover it in a video. I don't know if I'll do this Friday, because there's a little bit of additional testing that I want to do, but maybe let's speculate next Friday. I let you guys know, so clear your calendars for that. If of course, if it does get nerfed before then, I will keep you posted, and I will be like, rip, it got nerfed, Blizzard found out. But considering nobody knows about this, I'm very surprised that Chori even managed to figure it out. But in fairness, it is something that is very unintuitive, and if he hadn't stumbled upon it, I don't think I would have ever figured this out. And I highly suspect that most people are not going to figure it out on their own. So we'll see. Teasing, yeah. Yeah, I know. I mean, I also thought about not saying anything at all, but, I figured this gives people, because I know that now that I tease this, there are people who are going to go and look for it, and my logic is right, like, you may not stumble upon the thing that we found that's really broken, right? But if I tell you that there's something out there, then more people are going to go around and test random things, and then who knows, maybe one of you guys stumbles upon a different leveling method that's really broken in the process of trying to figure out what I'm teasing. And then when this does inevitably get nerfed, we have something different, because, I mean, hey, 24 hours ago, I never would have thought that we'd have this strat, and now we do. And who knows what we'll have in another 24 hours if people keep testing random bullshit and figure out what works. Like, the dagger and the dark strat, while that isn't necessarily fast, that is a really creative idea that I never would have stumbled upon on my own, and who knows, it could have been really fast. Maybe there's another weird mob farming thing that's really fast. We don't know. Fry, you can't mail your gems to your alt and you need to have another account. That's, yeah, it's a lot of setup. Quirks of being a programmer, doing weird things to break games, yeah. Okay, get full Rhapsody value. Holy shit. I didn't even get a chance to press Touch of Death. Searing Light just procced and immediately one-tapped it. Okay. Okay, let's just drag all you in here. Always fun to get people that achievement by accident. Alright. You can skip Jandis's Find Me phase by letting her cast the frontal and killing her while she's casting. Interesting. Yeah, I'd imagine that's probably a minor time save. So that's a nice suggestion.
Now turn your lovely rune blades on our guests and fetch me them. I can't fight him. I can feel her will breaking. Now, Lillian, it is time for...
Alright, well, I pressed Chastise and it didn't matter at all. What was the damage on that? Mostly Searing Light. Yep, yep. Yeah, let me bank up a really big Searing Light. I just want to erase these guys. Really care about those mobs. Give us a hint in which direction it goes. I'm not sure what you mean. If I understood what you meant by that, I might be able to give you a hint, but I do not, unfortunately. Yeah, some people were worried about being, like, vote kicked out of the group. I really don't think you need to be worried about that, because I'm pretty sure that everybody who I'm boosting is just as happy about it as I am. Because they are getting insanely efficient threads. If they're trying to do their daily, they're getting their daily completed in, like, record time, so they definitely don't care. Everything died, it was Searing Light checks out. Yeah, no, I'm not going to give any hints for this one. Yeah. Even if I could. I just meant I don't understand, like, even if I wanted to give you a hint, I do not understand what it means about which direction it goes. But yeah, I'm not giving any hints. The last thing that I want is for Blizzard to stumble upon it early, and, you know. The only reason I'm even talking about it, I should note, is because I've talked about it 2 places. I've talked about it in my Discord, and I've talked about it now here on Twitch, and, well, this will end up on the second channel. I will never talk about this anywhere on the main channel until I actually post the video. Because I figure the odds of Blizzard watching either this Twitch stream or my second channel recording is pretty low. I suspect that they may watch my Discord. It's hard to say for certain. But I think I'm vague enough about it that I doubt they would really know what I'm talking about. And it also gets buried in like a million things, so. What I would ask is that, just to be sure, don't like pester me on Discord constantly like, hey, can you give us hints? Can you give us hints? Because I won't. And if you keep bringing it up, then Blizzard may look into it. If they are stalking my Discord, which I don't know for sure, I just have my suspicions. All I know is that there are times when I have, like, mentioned something in my Discord, and coincidentally, it gets, like, changed around that time. Oh, nice. I finally got Chi-Ji. Chi-Ji's actually nice for mobility stuff. I probably won't use it, but it is a good one to have. But yeah, I've always had a sneaking suspicion that they are watching. I know I sound like, you know, a conspiracy theorist, but it is always tough to say with Blizzard. You got vote kicked 3 or 4 times one day, so now you just boost 2 accounts at the same time. That's fair, yeah. That's a good way to stop it. I'm surprised that people would do that. I mean, like, are there really players out there that are like, ah, you're ruining my immersion by carrying me too efficiently? Like, how dare you give me fast dungeon clears completely for free? God forbid. I mean, that's just, like, kind of lame. Unfortunately, like, I believe you. I am aware that it is something that some people will do. It just sucks. I do feel that, like, on average, though, you're probably not going to get kicked really that much. The only thing I'm worried about is, like, yeah, my alts might get kicked, but I figure I'm chilling. That's also why I named it Boost, because I want to make it abundantly clear that this is the character that is getting boosted by the priest. So people don't think, it's an AFKer leeching off the priest booster. They immediately know this is the booster, or the boostee, and the priest is the booster, and this is like, yeah, this is how it is. If you want the free priest boost, you gotta deal with the AFK monk at the start of the dungeon. That's part of the transaction. Which one's the fiery trickster? Yeah, there we go. Should have named it I Boost and I Get Boosted. Yeah. Now, Thundering Orb is really fun to use in this room. Unfortunately, it's on cooldown, so... Alas. Pretty sure they're going to nerf this method of boosting as well if it gets too popular. See, the only reason I don't know if they can really nerf this is, like, none of this is unique to Remix. In order to nerf this, they have to fundamentally change the way that low-level scaling works. Because here's the thing. People keep thinking this is because Remix this, Remix that. Searing Light is good, but I will tell you right now, even if they do completely nerf the ability for alts to get, like, fresh capes, low-level Holy Priests are still just insane. So if they nerf the ability to, like, farm threads or whatever on trial accounts, what it might do is it might kill, like, the super OP Monk or Demon Hunter runs, but low-level Holy Priests, I mean, you guys have seen my Priest speedruns on retail, in Dragonflight, with just heirlooms and stuff. You do not need remix powers to make this insane. So the only ways that they could actually nerf this is... I mean, ban starter accounts from Remix, which, like, that's a pretty heavy-handed solution. Because even if they make it so your cloak doesn't carry over from, like, the infinite power, which I think would also be a really weird restriction that would fuck over a lot of people, they could do that. They could make it so specifically starter accounts don't get the infinite power achievement. But I would imagine that is a lot of coding work. That is probably not something that you can just do in a hotfix. You'd have to fundamentally change how the achievement power sharing works. They could try and cap the cloak. Again, something that would probably require a lot of very specific coding on Blizzard's end to limit, like, whether this is a person's alt account and then implement caps specifically for that. I don't know if they have a way to detect a starter character versus, like, a regular character for in-game systems like this. I'd imagine they do, but I don't know how far it would extend. All I'm saying is it is a ton of work on Blizzard's end to nerf something that would still be really broken. If they nerfed it, it would just be not quite as broken. They would fundamentally be changing nothing. They would be ruining the experience for a lot of people for really no good reason. And it's just extra effort that they'd be spending for nothing. So, honestly, I really don't think Blizzard will nerf this. I could be wrong. And they may do, like, a light nerf to it, very light. And I guarantee you that when that happens, you're going to see people dooming, like, oh my god, low-level Trink boosting is dead. And I am here to tell you that unless they go with the nuclear option, and they literally ban low-level Twinks from participating in this game mode, they are still going to be one of the best ways to boost through heroic dungeons. Because you could pretty much take off your cloak as a priest, and you would still be doing insane amounts of damage relative to level 70s. Your boost character is named I Boost You. Nice. They could also give us 300% XP in the open world. Yeah, I would hope. Honestly, that's what I think Blizzard should change. I think instead of nerfing this method, I think they should buff questing. It's kind of overdue. So the main issue right now is that this is way too efficient. What I think that they should do, and I don't think that they should just flat buff questing, because I think that would be a little bit excessive, right? The actual experience that you gain from heroic dungeons should be higher. What I think they should do is they should give you XP threads for doing quests. Not necessarily every single quest, right? But make it so... Oh, crap, I'm on the wrong account. There we go. Make it so... what's a fair change? Maybe it's like every 5 quests that you complete guarantees you a small XP bonus. Let's say a 3% XP bonus. That way, if you're like fully completing all of the quest lines in every single zone, by the end of it, you'll have like around 100% additional experience. So basically, there's multiple ways to get XP modifiers. You can either get it by doing the raids, you can get it by doing the daily LFR, you can... Maybe they could even add like an XP thing that you get by doing daily heroic dungeons or something, because currently we don't have that. Currently, this is really good raw experience, but it's not actually that good when it comes to the, like, the XP for your cloak. And that doesn't matter, per se, but I think that's what they should do. Maybe they could even slightly reduce the amount of experience that this gives, but give that scaling modifier to make it more appealing in like, a long-term thing. Something like that. But what I really hope that they don't do... So it is what they're going to do, because Blizzard never chooses the smart option, let's be real. What I really hope they don't do is just nuke this, and basically say, okay, fuck low-level twinking, fuck heroic dungeon spam, we're just gutting it and doing nothing else. What I really hope they try to do is rebalance all of the leveling methods so that everything is roughly equivalent. But it would be kind of cool if they were, like, all different in a way. Like, doing raids was the best way to get XP threads, which it is right now, but, like, they could keep that. And they could make it so heroic dungeons is the best raw experience method as it is now. And then questing, like I said, I like my 3% experience for, like, every 5 quests or something. You could tweak that number. But that would be a nice, like, middle ground, where you're getting a good amount of XP modifiers, but also a good amount of raw experience, and then it would balance out to be about as fast as all this other stuff. I think that would be pretty fair. Oh. Jesus.
Your forces are weak. The heart of the great serpent will not fall into your hands.
I guess I could kite her towards the door, come to think of it. That way I'm already getting her slowly towards the area that I need to be at. Yeah, that's probably... Should have thought of that. Also, I know that I'm falling a little bit behind on chat. So, one of the reasons that I like doing these streams on Twitch is it is a very high-focus stream. I am trying to make sure that I'm really focusing, which is why I used to record a lot of this stuff offline. The advantage of doing it on Twitch is that chat moves a little bit more slowly. Unfortunately, now... Well, I guess, unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, the Twitch streams have started to become a bit more popular, which is awesome. Glad to have more people here. But that also means that I run into the same issue I did before of constantly falling behind on chat, which is unfortunate. I wish it wasn't so. What's my monk's item level? Or monk's level? Ah, good question. 28. 28, and I haven't collected any of the stuff from the mailbox. Which, in fact... no, I want to save that. If, like... See, here's the thing. If you really wanted to min-max this, if you were getting carried by somebody else, what you would do is you would then pick up the XP threads that you would get periodically while leveling, and you would just ignore all of the end of dungeon XP. Problem is, I don't have enough time in between these dungeons to min-max that. I couldn't, like, go to the mailbox and try to only pick up the right threads. That would lose me time overall. So I'm just not going to worry about that. But what I can say for sure is that my monk still has a shit ton of XP sitting there waiting. So, yeah, I guess we should try to bait out the, No, okay, I phased it too early. The one nice thing about this is it's not too hard to suss out the right Jandis Brav. With Holy Nova, you just kind of blast everything. Oh, no! I didn't hit fucking Touch of Death in time. Oh, there she is. Unreal. Okay, let me scroll up and read. If you can clear the dungeon in less than 2 minutes, they can't even kick you if they wanted to. Yeah. And worst case scenario, if you kill the first boss, then it doesn't matter if they kick you really, because you would only get a 15-minute penalty, which, like, would suck, but it really wouldn't be the end of the world. You've been testing TOT raids, and it looks like you don't get the 12% bonus XP on each boss if you don't have the cloak equipped. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. Right. Making low-level scaling worse would also make low-level... Yeah, see, that's what I mean. They cannot nerf this. That's the other thing. They cannot nerf this by fucking up low-level scaling. Because low-level scaling, like, this is not a remix problem. You could argue that it is a problem. It is very much intended by Blizzard. But that's kind of the thing. Low-level scaling is just weird because of the way that questing has been designed with everything scaling and whatnot. So that's what I meant earlier. I forgot to finish that topic of you cannot fuck it up without fucking up all other parts of the game. Blizzard is not going to completely rebalance low-level scaling just for remix. That is something that they just won't do. So they would have to nerf the experience side of things, not the scaling side of things, because the scaling side of things has absolutely nothing to do with remix. And, like, Searing Light is not nearly strong enough to carry this run. It's good, but as we've seen, it is not that good. It's just Holy Priests being Holy Priests. Alright, let's go with few smites, then Rhapsody buffed. 1, 2... Right. Your boosted priest is Nova spam. Nice. Absolutely on your side. They advertised it as overpowered and fun, but nerfing stuff that is overpowered and fun. Exactly, yeah. Best tip for this method is to enable press and hold casting. I could see that. Repeatable quest that's automatic and rewards 10% XP boost by completing X number of quests. Yeah, that's also another nice, elegant solution. Kind of like the bronze thing. You hit a threshold and it just offers you a bonus to your cloak. Normal raid XP threads could stand to be a bit lower. I mean, I think, honestly, normal raids are in a fine spot, really. I think it's everything else that needs to be adjusted. Like, I think that where normal raids are at right now is perfect. I think that maybe heroic dungeons are a little bit too fast with this method. They're balanced if you can't clear the dungeon in 3 minutes. But, obviously, you can. So that kind of makes them a little bit unbalanced. And questing, while not bad, is definitely the weakest of, like, all leveling methods at the moment. Blizzard has announced that there are no plans to... Wait, did they actually say they're never nerfing upgrade costs? I know that that could be just like a joke, but at the same time, I would not be surprised if they make that announcement right after I start my stream. That would be something that happens, which would just be kind of fucking annoying. Because I can't really check, so... Want to double the speed? You got a Demon Hunter? No, I'm good. I'm good. I appreciate the offer. I am just trying to showcase how fast it is with a single character. Now, don't get me wrong. I am absolutely certain that if you had, like, multiple of these characters, it would be really broken. In fact, I think pretty much the fastest way to do this would be with a bunch of level 70s and just spamming it over and over. But I specifically want to showcase how fast it is with just one character, because the entire point of this, right, is nobody needs to be told how fast it is when you have a full team of level 70s carrying you. It's like the whole Brackenhide holo boosting thing. Like, why do I never cover Brackenhide holo boosting? Well, because it's not applicable to everybody. Nobody gives a shit that, like, yeah, hey, if you pay money, you can do this really broken thing. Also, I think they reset the boss. Yeah, they were standing just outside, the boss charged them, and it reset, so it's a little bit annoying. But yeah, nobody needs to be told that, like, hey, this one method is really broken. But the thing about this that makes it particularly appealing, and why I'm considering covering it, is, did they not reset the boss? Oh, no, they did. Okay, it just took a really long time to respawn. There we go. But yeah, what makes this particularly appealing is that anybody can do it. You do not need to get, like, a full team of characters to do it. It's just one character, and it can be reasonably set up in less than 12 hours by anybody. Very, very easily. Hell, you could do this in just a handful of hours. It's really not that bad. So that's the only reason I'm even considering covering this, right? Is because it's an approachable leveling method for anybody, not people who are spending gold on boosts or people who have, like, friends or whatnot. And the other thing is, because this doesn't require a paid account to, like, boost yourself, it's a starter edition account, it is literally accessible for everybody. There's no, like, paywalling thing or anything like that. It's that easy. But yeah, it's Artea. I do play with viewers. I have absolutely no issue with playing with viewers. It is literally just to keep things balanced. In fact, if you guys want to, and you too, Artea, for that matter, if you want to, like, try to snipe me in the random queues, you're welcome to do so. I have absolutely no issue with that. It's just, you know, I'm trying to keep things relatively accurate for what it would be like if you're just solo boosting with a priest. And, like, when I did raid testing, I had people, like, even put notes in to basically be like, hey, if you're watching the stream, let me know and I'll get you in here. So yeah, I have no problem with that normally. If they vote kick you, then just leave with your tank and they're messed up. Well, they'll find a new one, but yes, obviously that's what I would do if they vote kicked me. Yeah. It would kind of be their loss, which is why I don't think anybody would. They would just be making their leveling process take longer for absolutely no reason. Hey. Yeah, it's really stupid the way that Wise Mari scales now. I should also note that if you are just trying to speed level, you should not stick around to loot Wise Mari. As I said before, I am only doing this because I am still trying to boost up this alt. And you cannot use the mailbox on a starter edition character. So I could not actually, like, abandon Wise Mari and just collect it from the mailbox. If I don't loot him there, I lose all of the threads from that boss kill, which obviously I'd like to have, because the more threads I get, the faster this gets. And it would be really cool to eventually showcase what, like, a fully decked out Holy Priest looks like. Come on, buddy. Stand a little bit closer so I can heal you, please. Forgot to step in the right direction this time, but in my defense, I also kind of needed to stand there because the other dude was just chilling out. Okay. There we go. Leave instance group. Your alts keep getting kicked from dungeons? That's odd. Surprised that's happening. Just flown over the no upgrade cost post from Blizzard they already mentioned. Nope. Wow, that's actually not people trolling me. They really are not nerfing upgrade costs. Wow. Blizzard is really out of touch with that one. I genuinely don't understand how they think that's actually okay. Of course they do that in the middle of my stream, so... Well, I guess I'll read that post whenever I'm done with the speedrun. The day, yo, 2 weeks into Remix, here are our thoughts posts. Then they said they won't nerf it, it's intended, it's exponential, who wants to get strong, they'll take the work. That's so fucking stupid. That's so fucking stupid. Be overpowered if you want to grind for weeks to get to that stage. Like, that's actually just fucking ridiculous. They are off their fucking rocker with that one. Also, how is this not enough? There we go. That was like one off. I see a lot. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it. Wow, that's actually really fucked. I thought you guys were trolling me because I've been complaining about upgrade costs for a while. That's really fucked. Wow. Well, I think every single person was kind of expecting them to nerf upgrade costs, so I'm glad that at least they've said the quiet part out loud, so that they can start getting appropriate backlash and backpedal on their shitty decisions, as they always do. There's absolutely no way that that doesn't generate, like, a shit ton of backlash. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've... As much as I really did hope that they would nerf upgrade costs, I kind of saw that coming the moment that it didn't happen by, like, the first week. Because it has been one of the biggest points of feedback, and they have not budged on it, and not said an absolute word. Oh, fuck. Internet, please? Yeah, they have not said a word on it this entire time, so I kind of figured, like, a few days ago that they were probably going to do something like that, or realistically, I actually thought that they were just going to wait until much, much, much later in the event. I did not expect them to do this, and to literally say, we are never nerfing upgrade costs to get fucked. That was more than I thought. But I've already started upgrading my gear because I kind of figured that they weren't really budging on that for a while. But no, just straight up saying we're not going to nerf upgrade costs at all. That's going to get them a shit ton of well-deserved backlash because that is just the most tone-deaf shit I've ever heard. What the actual fuck? I mean, like, this stupid fucking company just can't stop taking L's. It's insane. Like, literally just listen to your players. It's so fucking easy. Just do the thing that is beneficial for your player base and people will fucking subscribe. Their obsession with time getting people and, you know, forcing these playtime metrics down everybody's throat is actually just fucking killing their game. It's fucking ridiculous. That's really disappointing, man. They've been doing good changes lately. That's really disappointing to hear. I'm actually really bummed out about that. They should make the upgrade cost reduction apply across your account. Yeah, it is fucking insane that that has not happened already. Blizzard's basically saying, shut up, we're not letting you finish the event early, wait until the event has 3 weeks left. Yeah, it's... I don't know. I wonder how many times they need to do this until the simps finally stop, like, spam posting on Reddit about, like, I'm enjoying the event, people are just whiners. Like, yeah, you know, it's not like any of these complaints are legitimate. Like, I'm glad that some people are having a lot of fun with this event. I am trying to find fun in it where I can, but I think it's one thing to basically be like, I'm having fun, and there are people who are actively decrying criticism and saying like, no, you're not allowed to criticize it. It's perfectly fine. You're just being a complainer. Like, no? No? I want it to be better? It can be better? We all know it can be better? You could use a macro to leave group instead of right-click. Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. What would I do for that? Can you give me a script to accomplish that? I forget exactly what line I would need to put in to make that happen. 3 out of 3 tries you've done, they've vote kicked your alts. That is very surprising. I mean, is your alt clearing at the speed that I'm clearing at? Like, not to sound like I'm victim blaming or anything. I know that's maybe not the best description here, but like, I find it crazy that in 3 runs you've gotten kicked 3 times. That's like, why? Did they say anything? Also, my bags are almost full. This is, Jesus Christ. Yeah, my bags are, like, completely full of garbage. Thank you, Azuro. I will try that after this run. Basically, when I'm in queue for the next one, I will set that up in a macro. And it should be ready for the next time. Clearing a little slower, but still 10 times others? Yeah, I'm not sure then. That's definitely weird. It's especially weird because, like, the general sentiment that I've seen online is people actually think this is good. Which, I don't know. The general WoW community at large has a very weird stance on boosting. It's generally like, if the boosting benefits me, then it's good. If the boosting doesn't benefit me, then it's bad and deserves to be nerfed. But because so many people, I think, are queuing into random level 20s who are boosting them, I keep seeing posts of like, wow, this is awesome. Shout out to, like, the guy who carried me to level 50 so quickly. That was so cool of you. And it's like, I sure saw a lot of Brackenhide Hollow boosting complaints, with good reason, right? Brackenhide Hollow boosting is stupid. But suddenly Reddit is all, like, for boosting when it's something that they can benefit from. And I understand that, you know, the entire community is not a monolith, but, you know. All right, let me... try... Oh, shit! No, that's not what I meant to do. Well, we know the macro works, so there's that. Don't know why yours has a 0? Yeah. Either way, the one that I copied was Chori's because it was the closest one that I can find in chat without having to scroll up. Or actually, they were right next to each other. I didn't even see that it was right there. But it looks like it works either way. Someone said if you replace the 0 with a 2, it only leaves the instance party. Let me try that then. It's a good suggestion. A 2. Let me do that on the other one. All right. Perfect. Got it edited just in time. Sorry. Should be able to just nuke him from here. Yep. I think yeah, living water will despawn. Use mine when you tread power leveling with an XP lock level 10. Ah, nice. Do you need a certain amount of threads to start with? Honestly, if you have the maxed cloak from your, like, account-wide thing, that's probably enough. Because I really haven't done that much farming, relatively speaking. Like, compared to a lot of the other videos that you're seeing, this is a relatively basic cloak. I don't even have, like, full legendary gems and all that fun stuff, so... We're not even at, like, the maximum potential. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's unfortunate. So if everybody in your group knows to bait towards the door, then it could work, but it doesn't seem like they do. I still managed to snipe it in time. Okay, my bags are completely full now. Before I do anything else... Or with the tank taunt, yeah, true. Well, the main issue with threat here is that I'm a healer, so if I was not a healer, then that would not be a problem. Okay, I see that I got a lot of really good powers that I can potentially use in the future. Fuck. It's insane how much loot you get from this. Yeah, imagine if this was all on a main character, by the way. This isn't just good for leveling, this is also insane for bronze farming and thread farming at max level. If anything, I think that's what they might nerf. I think they might nerf your ability to farm endgame threads with this, because it is kind of stupid. I'll be completely real. It's, like, really fucking dumb. This is just by far the best thread farming method. And it sucks because I can't even leave this stuff in my mailbox because I won't be able to claim it on my alt account. So at a certain point, I'm going to have to stop and do this again. Did the macro work? Fuck, I forgot to test. I had it set up, I didn't press it. I used it manually. Also, let's see. My character's at level 34. It's pretty good. Nice. I wonder when I should open the mailbox. I definitely should. I think. What do you guys think for a time to open the mailbox? Like, definitely not 60. 60, I think, would be too late. At that point, I'd probably just hit max level immediately. But at the same time, I think if I open it a little bit too early, that could be problematic. But, it wouldn't really matter, right? I think maybe, like, would level 50 be a good time to do it? There we go. Ah! Oh, here she is. Not mean to press that, but 50, open at 50? Okay. Yeah, that's what my gut is telling me, so if you agree, then... Unless, like, I'm also curious if, like, somebody else tested this and they found, like, a number that worked really well. But I would say that 50 sounds like it would be correct. Because even if you're short and you're, like, 68 or something, it's not like the experience scaling is that bad that you would be completely fucked. Think one more. Oh. Oh my. Jesus. Sometimes Searing Light just pops the fuck off randomly, and I don't understand why. Yeah, this is disgusting. You take all the XP threads out first? Yeah. I mean, if I was like... If I had literally two people here, like if I was boosting somebody else, that's what they should do. I would just actually lose time by doing that, I feel. Does the XP required to the next level really spike at 60, and the base bonus XP from the rare item doesn't scale that much? Yeah. Wait, so... Chora, you're saying I should open it at 60? It stores healing over 3 seconds, then burst damage? Yeah. No, I mean, I know roughly, like, how it's supposed to work, right? I'm just saying a lot of times I don't even realize that I'm healing somebody. Like, I'm not looking at my frames and seeing that people are taking damage. And I think I must have clipped them with Holy Nova without realizing it, and then out of nowhere, like there, it just fires off and does like 1,000,000 damage. So at some point there, somebody must have taken a chunk of damage and gotten immediately hit with Holy Nova, and then it just fired off a Searing Light shortly after. Which is, you know, hey, cool. I'm not going to make it to the bottom in time, so I'm just going to walk. Lose a little bit of time. Leave on this guy. I forgot to use the macro again. Fuck. I'll remember next time. I promise I will. You're kind of finishing the spreadsheet to know how many XP tokens it would require to get from 60 to 70. Gotcha. Let's split the difference. Let's do 55. 55, I think we can all agree, would be 100% safe. The main concern is I don't want to overcap. Any time where I'm overcapped is like time wasted. If I'm just losing a tiny bit of XP efficiency, that's fine. That's like only a very minor time loss. But if I'm literally doing dungeons when I could theoretically just press open all in the mail and hit max level, that's what I really want to avoid. So this guy, level 70? Okay, so I'll get Searing Light healing off him. Theoretically, for this dungeon, a level 70 is ideal because they can one-shot with the barrel. Low levels can't do that. The scaling doesn't apply. Does this guy have an actual cloak? What level's my monk at? It is 36. Oh, look at him go. Oh, he's dashing. I don't know what he used. I hope he doesn't start the boss before I'm there, because that would actually really slow things down. That's the only unfortunate thing about this. This is why, like I said, I think Demon Hunter is fastest. Because Demon Hunter has insane mobility. I do not. Now, if I get, like, insane amounts of speed threads, then I'd be able to move at that speed permanently, but it would take me a very long time to get there. However, my damage is going to be better than a Demon Hunter with low investment. You could use the Chi-Ji metagem for mobility. Yeah, not a bad idea. I could do that. Because I think Thundering Orb, like, the damage from it really is not that significant at this point. For sections like that, where it's just, like, lots of running, and I don't need to, like, kill things as I move, you're probably right that that would be more effective. They're also doing a lot of damage, yeah. We bank up a Searing Light. I think I might mistime it. Oh, I timed it perfectly. But yeah, this is a situation where Thundering Orb is actually quite nice. Okay, build up a Searing Light. Where's the stupid druid? Come on, druid. Come here. I didn't get enough healing off on him. Nice. Oh, we got Bulwark of the Black Ox. I mean, that's one way that I could hold threat, but... I forgot the macro! God damn it. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Fuck. God damn it. God. It's so hard to remember to do that. Where the hell is Searing Light in the tree? You can't find it on search or anything. Searing Light, it's a gem. It's not a Holy Priest ability. It's one of the remix gems. Apologies, I know that's a little bit confusing because it has the name of something that sounds like it should be a Holy Priest ability, but it is not. Yeah. No, that's a very understandable mistake to make. Okay, let's major. There we go. So I'll try that next time. You're finishing the spreadsheet. Oh, I read that already, my bad. Okay, this should... Searing Light should knock it into... Yeah, perfect. Exactly as planned. And... I think Searing Light's gonna trigger while she's already immune to damage. Doesn't really matter. Oh, that guy just got fucking destroyed. Oh, okay, hold on. Wait, the macro... Oh, the macro's cleared off my bar on my monk. So I'll test it here. Okay, it works. Yeah. It works, but admittedly, I've gotten so fast with the muscle memory on this that I might as well keep doing it, but I'll try. If I had it bound, the only thing I'm worried about binding it on my main character in case like I fat finger it. I really don't want to accidentally leave the group, so I don't want to do that. Even if that would be like really fucking funny. Deleted, yeah. It's fucking wild. I also like... One of the main reasons I picked Holy Priest is I play Windwalker and Havoc like so often. It's kind of nice to play Holy Priest for this again, because I really fell in love with low-level Holy Priest when I did that one priest run like a year ago. It's really fun, and the thing I like about it is that it has actual buttons. Like on AoE, it is mostly Holy Nova spam, right? But surprisingly, at level 20, it actually has decent single target stuff. It's not just spamming one button. It's like kind of fun. And we don't really have any good holy DPS. I guess like Ret Pally kinda. But doesn't really feel that way a lot of times. I shouldn't have done that. You know, because I need Heroic Leap for the end of that fight, I'm going to kill these guys first. Just to get them out of my way. The shield on this mob is fucking ridiculous. Okay, now Heroic Leap should be up by the time I'm done with Armsmaster Harlan. No relation. A few people did ask me if I named, like, my channel after this character, but I've had the name Harlan since, like, vanilla WoW. So, I came first. Alright, let's test GG. Yeah, for something like that, that's kind of nuts. Like, that's a little bit fucking crazy. Unfortunately, now I don't have anybody around to, like, pocket for healing. But I think it's kind of fine, because one more, and then... just kill them for threads. Yeah, that's... I forgot the macro again. Okay. There we go. Heroic Mogushan Vaults is a joke, but Heroic Heart of Fear isn't. That's annoying. Yeah. I mean, I think that has more to do with just Mogushan Vaults being really easy, rather than, like, the scaling or anything. Because I remember Mogushan Vaults being considered, like, a relatively shit raid back in the day. It's definitely, you know, the least popular raid in Miss of Pandaria. You ask, like, the vast majority of people. Oh, no! Just killed that guy. Oh, no. Holy shit. He just got the lead. See, like, I saw him charging ahead. I figured he had, like, some super OP cloak, and he was just, like, this extremely geared guy just rushing ahead to help me, and then he just got erased by the fucking barrels. Oh, that's so good. Okay, yeah, Chi-Ji would be really good here. Obviously, I had no way of knowing that I'd Q Stormstab Brewery next. Are you using the talent to proc an extra Holy Nova when hitting 3 or more targets? I don't think I had that available, so no. There's, like, a lot of really good stuff down here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not in, like, the first section. Every damage increasing talent in the first part of the Holy Priest tree, I'm taking. If it's not on there, then it's further down. And that's one of the nice things about leveling as a Holy Priest just in general. Holy Priest gets so much good shit, even at higher levels, that they actually scale pretty well into the late game. Let's be honest, you're not sorry. I kind of am. Honestly, I did not mean to kill that guy. Like, if he was in my way, and, you know, I was just doing my job, but, like, I didn't have to kill that barrel. I just did it for fun, and I genuinely did not realize that he was in the crossfire. If I realized that it would have one-shot him, I would have waited. Oh, God. Okay, yeah, Chi-Chi's actually kind of nuts. I don't really need the Thundering Orb for damage. Oh, there's all these little guys. Okay, we're gonna LOS pull all of them to me. Oh, Warlock, come here! Warlock, where are you going? Let me heal you! Okay, now it should proc any second now, and yeah, there we go. Nice, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Where are they? I need to save them! Hunter, let me heal you! I need to heal you for my damage. Okay. Wait. Get the full heal. Oh, this is gonna be perfect. Oh shit, that happened fast. I forgot again. At the very least, it's really nice having it bound on my alt. So I'm using the macro on my alt account. Well, technically on the speedrun character. Which is level 39 now. Where is the Holy Nova talent you were talking about? Might be in the priest tree. I'd imagine it's somewhere down there. I don't know. Type in Nova. Good point. Where's the hunter? I don't even know where the hunter is. Oh, they were up top. Okay. I couldn't have reached them. You use a macro to accept the Q, but that feels kind of unnecessary. Yeah. It might help a little. But yeah, I don't think I would need to do that. Oh, here we go. We got her cast. I might be able to out-DPS her. Nice! Okay. That's definitely faster if I can make that reliable.
friends of yours.
It helped that the hunter actually kept up with me, so I was able to heal him for the Searing Light. Okay, let's check. Nova.
Your fate awaits you.
I don't see it. Is that a talent, Troy? Because I definitely have Rhapsody, which obviously Rhapsody we love. You think they removed it? Yeah. I was gonna say, it doesn't sound like something that I used recently. I vaguely remember it, but probably an older talent. I need to clear my bags again. Holy shit.
I command the undead.
Is there any box that I can open off like Rattlegore or something?
Now turn your love.
What I'll probably do is just go to my bank and just dump a bunch of the stuff in. Because I don't want to get rid of all these items, because some of them may still be an upgrade.
Now, Lillian.
Right.
If you haven't come to study school,
I hit the wrong button. Wasted a Holy Nova. 1 GCD though. Okay, let's head to the bank. If I do this correctly, I can chip myself up there. Perfect. What? Okay. Yeah, I literally don't have room to buy another bag slot. It's not what I wanted to do. Okay. And then let's just dump all this stuff in there. It's really nice at this point. I've gotten so much good stuff out of this. This is the first time I've like really done focused runs on my my priest to really try and boost it up. And you can see just how much I managed to get from it. So when you can really start grinding, the entire process gets just so much easier. So I'll have to sift through all of this later and see. I'll just go until it tells me that my bank is full again. And remember, while you're boosting your alt, you could also boost your main while you're at it. So what I was doing before when I was doing these runs, I was leveling up characters on my alt accounts, and I was also leveling up or getting threads on my Demon Hunter on my main, because you can play the starter edition and you can play your main account if they're on the same one. So really not that bad. Alright. Yeah, nobody nearby to heal, unfortunately. Haha, but I won't die. Also, if I really wanted to, I could skip Armsmaster Harlan. So, like, theoretically, I could have popped Chi-Ji right there and just blitzed to the end. But I do want to kill Harlan because I want the extra threads for this character. Like I said, this is more of just, like, testing. This is not going to be the fastest way you could possibly level. But we will get there. And I'm not going to get there unless I take the time to collect all the threads on my alt. Oh, that guy died from fall damage? No! I'm sorry, buddy. I tried. But now we Chi-Ji. Okay, yeah, Chi-Ji's fucking broken for this. That's actually nuts. Rhapsody. I'm getting a lot of pushback. I think I need to just spam this for a little bit. Kill the ads. Harlan is also boss 3 for the daily, so skipping him might annoy your other members. Yeah, that's a fair point. Alright, we're up to 41, so we're gonna open the mailbox at 55, and that should get us most of the way there. Jade Serpent. You also notice that, like, as I've been doing these clears, my kill times have gotten a lot faster, just from, like, the start of the stream to the end. Like, that's just how much power you get from this. My haste is at 80%. It's kind of ridiculous. And theoretically, if I was, like, stopping to upgrade my stuff, I'd be doing even more damage. Alright. Waters, claim me. Alright, I won't have Thundering Orb for this pull, but I think we're kind of fine. Want to heal this dude so I get the proc. Your forces are weak. The heart of the great serpent will not fall into your hands. Nice. Nice. Wait. Button. Right, there you go. I finally remembered. It took like almost 10 runs, but I remembered to press the button, and we can confirm that it works. Alright. Also, why do I have 9+ messages in Discord? Jesus fucking Christ. Why does, like, everybody chooses to message me right as I do a stream, man? If you message me, by the way, I'm not mad. Like, I can see, Troy, you're one of the people who messaged me, so, like, you don't need to feel bad. Almost all of the messages I've received are actually from one of my friends who I'm, like, 99% sure is just messaging me about Star Rail. Okay. The second Holy Nova was a thing in Shadowlands, but it was removed in Dragonflight. Ah, unfortunate. Let me quickly double check to make sure that there's nothing important in Guild Disc. Oh, there's a lot of things in Guild Disc that I don't have time to read, but I don't think they're important. We'll look later. You were not crazy? Yeah. Nah, like, I vaguely remembered what you were talking about, but it's been a while since I remember using that, so I was pretty sure that it wasn't a Dragonflight thing. Alright. Should you spend your bronze and tinker gems to get Searing Light? Up to you. I would say, though, as you could probably tell already, I've gotten so many tinker gems from these runs, and, like, you do not need Searing Light. Searing Light is good, don't get me wrong, but you do more than enough to farm these with just Holy Nova. So, I would say just do that. Nice! Sniped her before she could teleport. Just do that, you'll get it eventually. By this point, I have almost every single Tinker Gem just from the runs that I've been doing on stream.
Friends of yours, boss? You there. Make yourselves useful and deal with these summoners.
Unfortunately, people are running out there, so...
Run, necromancer. Your life ends once I catch my breath.
Alright.
Your fate awaits you.
I guess I should be remembering to put Fort on everybody, because it's technically a damage increase. Because the more health they have, the more my Searing Light can heal them. I love how whenever you get that achievement, the entire screen freezes. It's ridiculous. But whenever the screen freezes, I already know that we got the achievement. That's how predictable it is. You bought one for shits and got it? Nice. Spam pings. Oh, you're right. I can ping. I keep forgetting that's a thing. God. I should use pings more often. The few times when I have used it, it's actually been super clutch. So yeah, you're not wrong. Alright. You wretch.
If you haven't come to
Do this. Alright. I'm getting a little bit of pushback, but we're good. Oh, nope, that's not what I meant to do. Perfect. Right, queue up. Queue up. What level am I? 44? Not bad. You know what? Just for science, since I have Chi-Ji up this time, I am gonna try it. Oh no! Oh no, it's on cooldown! I've never had Chastise on cooldown when I did this. That was unlucky timing. Are any of these guys... this guy's... Is this a rogue boosting ult? This guy's boosting with a rogue? This guy's insane! Why would you boost on a rogue? It's like the worst class to use. He actually has a lot of threads too. He's dedicated to this. Why would you pick a rogue? It's literally the worst one. He knows something? I mean, he's still losing to me on damage, so like, I don't think he does. I respect it though. Oh yeah, this is sick. This is fucking disgusting. Holy shit, Chi-Ji is so fast, dude. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the rogue doesn't have the tech. I don't think he has the tech, guys. I'm pretty sure that rogue is just shit. Bro's cooking. Yeah, I mean, it was definitely something. That was a fast run, though. Holy shit. If I do that every time I get that dungeon, that's, like, actually hyperspeed. Holy moly. Did I kill... Oh, no, there's one more. It's that one. That guy just got fucking erased. Alright. Just gotta hit the cloak cap that he's done cooking, yeah. I mean, I suppose if you do infinite damage and everything, having sprint is not the worst thing in the world. But, like, you could also just do literally anything else. You could do Demon Hunter and get Fell Rush. With enough stats, the rogue can do a literal teleports behind you. Yeah, true. Look, I mean, to each their own, I suppose. Alright, I don't have Chi-Ji for this section. I might have Chi-Ji up for the very end, though. And bonk. Oh, that didn't kill. Alright. What are they doing to our elementals? Those are our flying beer monsters? Nice. Where is this paladin? Is he still downstairs? Oh, yeah, he's still downstairs. More corn. Nice. Wow, they got really lost. I think that's the one downside of Chi-Ji. If you do it too well, your group will just get very confused and get completely lost. So, not the most ideal thing to have happen. That guy stole my bubble. There we go. Click the button, swap to alt account control 3. Any second now. Alright. Huh. Level am I now? 46. I just realized I haven't looked at my alt accounts inventory. I hope my bags are not full by now, but like, I think most things are going to the postman. Let me check during Wisemari. Oh yeah, I still have plenty of room in my bags. Because everything is going to the postmaster. Yeah, it should just be the end of Dungeon Cash reward. Jesus. Is the mage... Oh, okay. The mage isn't a level 20 twink, but they're a level 14. So their scaling is broken. Nice, this guy's following me. So I get the searing light damage. Perfect. Let's try to build up a searing light.
The heart of the great serpent will not fall into your hands. Jade serpent, grant me. The cycle must continue.
Ooh, barely sniped it. He almost kited it right into the middle. That would have been bad for me. Press the button, swap, press the button. Recommend you use the scrapper while using the mail since you'll get a lot of gear. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, let me open... Before I accept this, I'm going to open all my crates since I'm probably going to get a few XP threads. I probably should have been doing this along the way. But at the very least, now I'll get XP bonus for all of those end of dungeon things. Yeah, I got 9% XP just from opening those boxes. Why is this guy just face tanking it? Come on, buddy. I don't want you to die and get pissed off at me, but you gotta follow me. Hello, Macho GG. Let's see. Is there a way to sign up for these runs? No. Right now, we're just doing testing. If I feel like it, you know, that might be a fun thing to do at some point, yeah. Of just, boosting viewers and stuff. If you try to get me in queue, it's possible, but you're queuing as a DPS, so, you know, it's a complete crapshoot, realistically. But you're welcome to try. But another time I might, open it up. This is just for testing. Might have to try queuing as a tank. Unfortunately, I am queuing as a tank, so that would not work. I'm queuing as both the tank and the healer in these runs. It's a good idea, though. In another situation, it might have worked. Get 3 boosters, see how fast we can do it. We can try that in a different run, yeah. That's not a bad idea for, like, a future test. Just to really push the limits of what's possible. Okay, I'm up to 48 now. Jade Serpent Dungeon would be even better, because one booster can go to the Book Bass while the other goes to Wise Mari. True, yeah. That would definitely save a bit of time. Well, realistically speaking, if you really want to optimize it, you would have one person playing Demon Hunter. They would jump over the wall to the Jade boss, and they would do that while the other person does Wise Mari, and then they would kill the final boss. Because you need to do both. But I mean, with 3 boosters, I suppose you could do all of them at once. Ah! 1 GCD away. Oh, it was that lady. They have a DH? Oh, yeah. We're thinking the same exact thing, Chori, yeah. I didn't even see you said that. What gems are you using for this, if you don't mind me asking? Want to level a priest? I'll quickly show. I explained it at the start, if you want more detail. I don't think these are the best gems, mind you. When I started doing this, I didn't have access to all of them. So... Really, the only one that truly matters at this stage is Searing Light. Searing Light is really good for this type of thing. Every other gem is just kind of fine. It's not really necessary. I will probably put out like a full guide on the priest boosting though. That'll probably be a second channel thing. My current plan for videos on this is obviously the recording of this run will be on the second channel. Duh, all the recordings for Twitch streams are, so people will have access to that. Then I'm going to make a main channel video discussing alt boosting and basically talking about all the pros and cons, how long you can expect it to take, how to set it up yourself, the basics on it. Because, like, I mean, there's a lot of videos out there, but a lot of the videos out there are, like, really just bare bones. Like, hey, by the way, this exists. You can do this. And they provide no actual testing, anecdotal evidence, and it doesn't really help anybody. So that's kind of what I want to avoid. I want to put actual information out there, really give people a good idea on how to set this up, how long it takes to set up, and what you can expect in terms of time if you are setting this up. And then obviously, like, the pros and cons between Demon Hunter, Monk, etc. I think that's something that I'll probably cover. But it's, that will be, like, a main channel thing. And on my second channel, I'll probably put, like, a overview for Holy Priest. On, like, what to do for boosting stuff. That will be, you know, in the tradition of second channel videos, that will be kind of just like me walking through my setup, not like scripted or anything fancy like that. Random Twitch drop, nice. Yeah, I occasionally get random Twitch drops too, because apparently watching my own stream playback counts as watching a Twitch stream, so I don't even need to use Twitch to get the Twitch drops. I don't need to watch other people on Twitch to get the Twitch drops, which is nice. You might wait for that? Awesome. Yeah. Shouldn't be too long. I'm hoping to have this out within 24 hours or so. The only thing that puts a little wrench in things is immediately after this stream is done, I have Raid. Now, we only have Mythic Farok left, so it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, if we're lucky, we'll just one-shot him. We had Mythic Farok at like 5% last night. We've killed him already. But somebody accidentally picked up my seed, and then they walked into a fire puddle with it, which was really tragic. So I was like about to say, oh, make sure you drop the seed, you accidentally picked it up, and they stepped into a fire puddle and we all exploded before I could even finish my sentence. So that was tragic. But hopefully that doesn't take too long, but then the problem is, immediately after that, Cataclysm raids come out tomorrow, and while my character is mostly ready for Cata raids, there are a few things that I still need to do. I still haven't gotten my Therazane shoulder enchants, so I also haven't capped Valor this week. So I need to go, basically immediately after my raid, I need to cap Valor and get Exalted with Therazane, which I can do at the same time because I'll have my Tabard. Blast that out. And, yeah, then get that. If I have time, I might also go for one of the Dragon Maw items at Exalted. That really just depends on how I'm feeling, because, like, as much as I want to get that, at the same time, I have full Heroic Dungeon gear in every single one of my slots, and it's all good Heroic Dungeon gear, so if I don't get the 359 rep gear, I'm not, like, too upset about it. I'm already going to be one of the more geared people in my raid, even without, like, full Exalted rewards. So, I'm chilling. And then I need to boost up tailoring at some point for my Sword Guard Cloak enchant. Pretty good deal for one sub? What do you mean? Oh, you mean like playing all the different versions of WoW? They tanked him right in the middle. I guess it doesn't matter, but we need to watch the RP. Yep, and the boss bugged out, so I can't loot it. That happens sometimes. Man. I can't blame them. They have no way of knowing that they can't tank it in the middle. It's just unfortunate. The new Blizzard model, yeah. Yeah, it's nice, I'll give you that. You do get a lot of stuff. Alright, okay, so I'm still getting 13,000 experience. I've hit 51 now. Okay, so what I want to do here is I want to kill Thalnos and then run all the way to the end. With GG. That guy just instantly fell over. Huh. 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 Oh shit.
Only to perish here. My legend begins now.
Alright, any second now.
Arise, my champion. Mograine.
Okay, I feel like that was much faster than before. You spend most of the stream testing a bunch of theories and have no idea what is broken in terms of leveling, so you'll guess, you'll find out later. I mean, feel free to message me some of your guesses in private, right? I'm curious to see if you've tested anything interesting. I won't confirm, even if you do figure it out, but I am curious. If you want, right? Completely up to you. Alright. I can't reach some of these tricksters. This guy actually have a cloak? No, not really. Exploit with resetting quests on party sync? I can say it's not that because I actually have not tested party sync yet. I don't really think party sync's going to be that much faster. Like, it was one of those things that I was about to test when a lot of this other stuff got discovered. I just... Well, it's an interesting idea. I really don't think that anything related to questing is going to be really fast unless Blizzard makes, like, notable changes to it. It'd be cool if they did, but, like... There's the chance that, like, for questing, party sync could make it faster. Like I said, I was gonna test it, but then... Yeah. You think it would be a good idea? No. For multi-streaming? No. I have no plans to multi-stream. So the thing about the Twitch and YouTube streams is, like, they are meant to be very different things. Like, when I stream on YouTube, for starters, one thing about this is this stream's going to end up being, like, 3 hours long. Which is, by the standards of my YouTube videos, relatively short. A lot of the YouTube streams are, like, longer things where I have a lot of stuff planned. And it's very carefully planned out. I try to start at a relatively set time. I don't always achieve that, right? But I try to start at like a very consistent time. I announce in advance. I let people know what's happening. And then I carefully have everything planned out that I want to get done. These are the things that I want to get done on the YouTube stream. And we're going to get it there. That way, when it turns into a recording, it is a very nice, well-structured video. Even though it was recorded live. The entire point of these Twitch streams is meant to be, like, random testing. Now, honestly, this has gone really well. With how clean that this run has been, it could have very much been a YouTube stream, but I don't know that when I started. I went into this with, like, my alt wasn't fully set up. I had done relatively minimal testing. This is, like, my first real test run of this. So I don't want to do that on YouTube. Normally, I would do that off-stream entirely. But the entire point of doing that stuff on Twitch is now I can do these things on stream. But if the run ended up being a complete disaster and nothing went correct, well, it wouldn't really matter. It would just be, you know, a Twitch stream. The people the people who are here would get a nice laugh out of it, and it wouldn't matter if it was like a bad video. But I need to worry about that stuff if it's like on YouTube, which is why I have no plans in multi-streaming, because like that's something that I do need to consider. And also, the other difference is, if I am streaming on YouTube, I'll be completely honest, I want people watching there. Because, like, I don't get anything out of people watching on Twitch. Like, if I was streaming the YouTube ones on Twitch, I would get absolutely nothing out of people watching them. So, all else being the same, you know, algorithmically, it benefits me a hell of a lot more to have those viewers on YouTube. Which, you know, I know some people may prefer, like, the viewing experience on Twitch. I'm sorry, but, like, you know, I am not really in a position where I have, like, the luxury to just, like, do whatever without being concerned about the algorithm. I do need to keep that in mind. Okay, so the XP is starting to fall off. You'll notice it, oh, but you can't see. It was 13,000 before, now it's down to 8,000 because there's some weird shit. How many spells am I using? I mean, all the ones that I'm pressing. You can see. Did you get carried by more people than just your level 20? If so, you might have known what I did. Yes. That's all I will say, though. If you want to DM me, go for it. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to wait for as close to 60 as possible. I want to hit that point where, like, I still get decent dungeon experience and I keep pushing through, and then I only open the mail at the absolute last possible second. They really need to fix that, by the way. It's unacceptable. It is absolutely fucking unacceptable that this late into Remix, they're nerfing shit, and they still haven't fixed the dungeon thing falling off at 60 plus. How? How is that not a top priority? That is just a blatant bug that fucks the players over. I'm honestly surprised I haven't seen more people complaining about that, because, like, what the hell? Blizzard? How is that not a thing that we're fixing? Okay. I barely phased her. I should have waited. That's my bad. Unreal.
It appears we have visitors. Friends of yours, boss?
You there. Make yourselves useful and deal with these summoners.
Questing is completely off the table. I maybe worded that poorly. Questing is not necessarily completely off the table as part of it. I should have said anything purely related to questing is off the table. where like a quest-only speedrun, I do not think would be fast. And by association, I don't really think that there is anything you can spam with party sync. So to rephrase my answer to that, pure quest spamming is off the table as a viable leveling route, and while party sync may speed up pure questing, I do not think that party sync has any exploits large enough to let you level that fast. So that's all I will confirm. It was not a pure quest run, and it was not done using party sync. Just because I don't want to mislead anybody. Is dungeon spam the best way to farm threads at level 20? Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, it kind of is, but like, doing your remaining quests is actually a pretty good way to farm threads as well. Because every single quest gives you a guaranteed thread, so like if you've done all your dailies, it might be more worth it to just knock out all the quests that you're able to do at level 20. But definitely don't miss your dailies, because the thread objects, which I don't have any right now, but they are really good. Like the green add threads to your cloak, it gives you like plus 10. And you'll notice that I'm only getting plus 1, plus 2 per.
Now, Lillian, it is time for your transformation. The bones.
You've tested every scenario. You can't get to TOT to test the hyper farm with only 2 of us. Hyper farm. Oh, you mean the one by the dock? Yeah. I saw people doing that. It looks interesting for sure. But TOT, you need to be high level to do that. Yeah. Let's see. For XP, yeah, it's down to 5,400. So it starts scaling really poorly at this point. So I think I will do level 55. Level 55, I feel, is a good cutoff point where even if I'm doing dungeons after that, I'm not going to be getting much XP from it anyways. So it hardly matters. Ground mounts are not allowed here. Oh my god. That's actually really annoying. I can't reach a mailbox until I do the, Wrong character! Wrong character! No! I just started walking forward and I'm like, where is my Holy Nova button? Oh shit, I'm on the monk. Okay. Caddy, I don't have that on my... This is, for reference, this character is on one of my alt accounts. It's not actually my main account. I do not have my toys. So good thinking, unfortunately not applicable. You have the problems of controlling the wrong character, create a layout so fucked up. No, I mean, my layout is really fucked up on my other character, don't get me wrong. It was just like, I turned on auto run and then I read chat. And by the time that I looked back at my screen after having turned on auto run to realize, oh shit, it's the wrong one, I was already face first into that mob pack, completely fucked. So, yeah, don't worry, I did that. Alright. What I'll do is I'm going to do the intro quest where you, like, jump into the Gatling gun and shoot things. And... that way, I'll be able to just access the nearby mailbox. Shouldn't take me very long to reach. So I'll just get myself positioned there for when it's ready. Jade Serpent. You can just go to the mailbox? No, you can't. If you try to leave the ship, it teleports you back. Maybe there's like a weird spot that I'm hitting. The mailbox is right there working. I'll try. It might just be that like there's a plane that if I hit it at the wrong angle, it teleports me back. And I can like fly over it. I'll give it a shot. Okay, either way, my character is only level 54. You can leave the ship? Okay. Yeah, it might just be... I'll try it. If enough people are saying that it does work. When I tried earlier, it wasn't working. I must have hit a weird angle or something. I believe you guys. Much is solo Searing Light? Yeah, unless I have a level 70 in my pocket, Searing Light doesn't do much damage. But I mean, I'm still blasting these mobs now. It's kind of crazy.
The heart of the great serpent will not fall into your hand. Jade serpent, grant me strength. The cycle must continue. The jade serpent must be...
It bugged out again. Barely missed it. Unlucky. All right. My character's 55 now. Let's try it. Okay, real quick. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna head to Honeydew Village. Okay, yeah, I must have been hitting a weird angle where it was teleporting me back. It's good to know, though. Alright, and now we press open all. The one weird thing is sometimes if you get a duplicate gem, Postal will fuck up and like just break completely. So this may take a little bit, unfortunately. Thankfully, if my bags get full, I can just quickly click through a bunch of threads to clear up some space. I think that'll be a better option. Yeah, I know that you can delete the gem in your inventory. It's just, obviously, that would lose me time. In fact, real quick... I'm going to go in and grab the XP threads whenever I see them. Oh, I could do that while it's still adding them. Yeah, so I could do that. I can actually... Oh. It's still... it's opening mail as I'm clicking the threads. Okay, perfect. Some threads I've noticed are bugged, though. There we go, 2 XP threads. That's level 60. Can also scrap as the mail is going, really? That's actually kind of sick tech. Can I add this stuff? I wonder if that can hit XP. Probably not. It'd be cool if it could. It's just like, it's like a mini game of trying to like keep up with the thing. It's like one of those like diner dash games where you have to keep like filling the orders before you get overwhelmed. There we go, another XP thread. XP thread. Ooh, 2 XP threads. Cookie clicker and WoW. Yeah, pretty much. Am I missing any? That one is not interactable. I think I got a lot of them. I mostly got it narrowed down to this final bag. Oh, crap. No, that doesn't work. That accidentally closed the mailbox. Ah! Yeah, that unfortunately doesn't work. It might just be something with my UI. Maybe if I had it... Oh, crap. Okay, we hit a bug. We hit a snag. Oh my god, look how much XP I have. I need to see what's broken. It's, this one. Delete. And now I can continue opening. I'm just gonna delete as many... Oh, we hit another one. Do I need to delete roll? Where's roll? There we go. Okay. Hit again. Oh no, wild charge. Where's wild charge? Let me just look ahead. It's so hard for me to see. Riddle. I'm going to start just deleting all the green ones, because I know that those will go away immediately. But my bags are about to fill up, and it's going to make things a little bit difficult. Did I hit a snag? No? Wrong quality. Meteor Storm. Victory Fire. I think it's just because my bags are way too full now. I just need to start scrapping stuff. Maybe just... Yeah, I've been trying to keep up with it, but it's just way too quick. This is where, like, if you had been getting boosted and managing your inventory as you go, you would not lose all this time. So, we need to find a way to do that. I mean, realistically, there is no way to do that unless other people boost me, which, like, we could try at some point. I know there's a few people who wanted to try that with their low-level twinks. We'll see. Maybe when I have a little bit more free time. Easy Scrap would be good here. Post the add-on in my Discord and I'll take a look afterwards. I'm not familiar with that one. But I take your word for it that it would be good. Let's get rid of Victory Fire. Oh, there's an XP thread. We take those. There's another one. More up here. Stopped opening. What's the problem? Opportunist. Yeah, I need to just start deleting all of these green quality gems. So let's just immediately delete Victory Fire, delete Brittle, delete Freedom. XP Thread. What's the problem now? Brilliance? Brilliance. Yep. Hellstorm, delete the new Brilliance. XP Thread. I got the Perky Pug. Oh, XP Thread. Did I hit a snag? Thundering Orb, yes. Let's look ahead. I think we're fine for now. XP Thread. Flourish. You know, it's still going. It's really hard to tell because sometimes it's adding things to my bags where I can't see. Let's delete Ankh of Reincarnation. It broke Trailblazer. Tireless Spirit. Do I have... Tireless? No, I do not. I'm good on there. Is that everything? Or are we actually one level off? That's all the mail. Alright, we're one level off, so, we just send. Okay, so it's... That's honestly not that bad. That was a really close estimate, I think. That was really, really not a bad estimate at all. And keep in mind that if you are doing this actively and not boosting your own character, that would have been almost perfect. Because realistically speaking, I would have had all the XP during the process, which would have sped things up a little bit more. So, I think just to be safe, you probably do like 56, 57. But you could probably get away with 55 if you are actively picking up the XP threads as you go. Haha, but I won't die. You started, yeah, I started at 55, pretty much exactly. It's just a skill issue, yeah. It's unfortunate that you get, like, terrible XP by doing this. Oh, wait. This is the Chi-Ji spot. Almost forgot. Here I am, trying to do the dungeon normally. See ya, losers. I have a crane. Okay, let's see how much this gives. I don't think it's going to be a full level, but I'm curious to see, like, roughly how much I can expect per dungeon. From the bonus XP. 33k, okay, that's what, like, 2 more dungeons? I think might be enough. Because I got, like, roughly 1/3 of a level from that. You need the XP token from Harlan? I mean, yeah, I guess you could argue that. I would rather just get into another dungeon. Like, Storm Stout's gonna give me 3 XP tokens. Maybe, yeah, because like the end of dungeon bonus is less impactful. I could see that. Can't click on the right one. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder if Mokushan Vaults would be worth it with this strat. Like, Mokushan Vaults is fast, but is it this fast? Scholomance would have been the best one? Yeah, definitely. I could still maybe get that as the last one. I mean, we're still gonna get sub 3 hours very safely, which was the only real goal that I had for this. This can definitely be done faster, but I think now that I know, like, the really fast strats to do it, the other issue is, like, questing isn't really a possibility. There's maybe an argument to be made for, like, pre-completing quests for this stage at lower levels. Like, what if right at the start I were to do... It's probably not worth it. But since quests scale decently well, I could do, like, a bunch of the intro quests right early on. Yeah, but, like, Jade Forest is so bad. I think, realistically speaking, if you wanted to speed this up in any meaningful way, you would need to have somebody boosting you. That way you could do all the management and stuff in between. Like, I could definitely optimize this a bit further, but this is realistically, like, as good as I could do with what I'm... with, like, what this run is, of, like, boosting myself. I can optimize, like, the dungeon runs a little bit, we can optimize the XP timing a little bit, but it wasn't really that bad. My dungeon runs were pretty fast, all things considered. My XP optimization was almost perfect, and... like, the inventory management side of things could be faster, yes, but, like, there's no real way for me to speed that up unless somebody was doing it for me. Pandaria Pet Tamers? Yeah, I mean, I don't want to pre-complete those. That obviously would be fast, but, yeah, it's a little bit cheesy. It's, like, one of the few things that has been recognized as being, you know, against the rules in WoW speedrunning for a while. One of the very few things that me and everybody else agrees on is, like, eh... just because it is really broken. Not as cheesy as using a second account? I would argue it's more cheesy than using a second account. Honestly. In fact, I would argue using a second account makes it more legit than if you were to do it, like, with other people carrying you. Because then, technically, I am still the one participating in all forms of the speedrun. I am just expediting the process. I'm not outsourcing it. Right now, by the way, the reason I'm not accepting is I'm trying to collect all the bonus experience on my alt. I'm, like, basically 3 bars away. So I'm actually going to turn off game capture, switch over to here, turn on game capture, and then... nice. This is not a bad one for it to be. You'll get to watch... is it on the right one? Let me see. Twitch is like... yeah, okay, I got it on the right one. Twitch is ever so slightly behind, like, 15 seconds. That's just, like, built-in natural delay. So it was hard for me to make sure that I got the right thing. Cameraman POV. Yeah. Yeah. Ah, shit. I have to keep checking because I can't actually see my character because it's on a different tab. I don't think I'm gonna ding until the end of this dungeon when I loot the bonus experience, but you never know. I need to make sure that I start the timer as soon as I possibly... or stop the timer as soon as I possibly can. You guys can't see it, but right now I'm fighting Whitemane. I'm stunned. Arise, my champion. Oh my god, I'm getting shredded. I'm getting shredded. I'm getting shredded. Wait, I'm good, I'm good. Oh, that was actually really fucking scary. They actually did a lot of damage to me. Where'd the boss go? Oh no, I think it reset. I think this guy reset the fucking boss, man. You know what? That's fine. I think we have enough. That guy fucked the boss? Alright. He gets to wait. That's gotta be enough, right? It's not enough! Oh my god. Okay. Gatling gun time! Woo! How much XP does this give? This gives 26,000. That is maybe enough. How did I not get double bonus experience? It should have given me the Korloff XP. Oh well. I don't know why that one didn't count. That's weird that it's not giving you full credit, though. Now we know for a fact it's kind of shorting you a little bit on how much you get. Poetic to finish the run with the first quest. True. Yeah. Let me turn on the audio, too. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Literally, the intro quest to finish. Alright, 2 hours 46. That's pretty good. For, like, my first attempt with this, I'm happy with that. Only one quest to level 70, yeah. I could clickbait that. Do this one quest, and you won't need to do any more, all the way to from 10 to 70. Oh boy. Let's see. Yeah, that was pretty fucking good. My bags are a fucking mess on my low-level alts. My bags are going to be even worse on this character. Oh my goodness. Oh, I hit max level with one quest, insane XP, click now or else. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that can be optimized. I do wonder if Mogushan Vaults is actually worth it. Because, like, at the same time, while Mogushan Vaults, it may take a little bit of time, you bank more XP, and, like, that, it's not insignificant XP for 65 to 70. So you're banking more significant XP later on. You're getting more XP for the actual dungeon leveling and all the bonus stuff. I think there's a good chance that that is worth it. Maybe not the rest of them. But Mogushan Vaults is, like, so fast. Yeah, it'll almost double your token. Yeah, true, true. What about Heart of Fear? I mean, Heart of Fear is really fast, too. You could also, like, do partial runs. There is a theoretical perfect speedrun, right? Where immediate heroic dungeon boost to 25, then I have a group waiting for me to do Mogushan Vaults. I get summoned to Mogushan Vaults. We blast through it with a bunch of, like, frogged out 70s. And I get, like, a lot of the XP from that. Would Spirit Kings... Elegon and Spirit Kings would probably be worth it still, though they take a while. Or, yeah. Yeah, I think Spirit Kings is probably good. Up to that. But you're probably right that Elegon maybe isn't worth doing. So, like, I set that up, right? And then I have summons ready to go at Heart of Fear. And the moment we kill Spirit Kings, I get summons sent out to, like, all the people carrying the Mogushan Vaults, including my Twink. We send them over to Heart of Fear. And I think Heart of Fear up to Winglord Meldurok is probably good. I don't know if you do, like, the Mind Control guy. Would you do the Mind Control guy? He's, like, a little bit inefficient. And then Terrace has, like, a decent amount of RP, so I don't know. It's tough to say whether that would be worth it. Then you could even, like, if you wanted to min-max it, imagine doing, like, that really quick before the reset, then doing Mogushan again, and then spamming heroic dungeons? I don't know. I really feel like we haven't optimized raid XP as much as we can. Because I know for a fact, based on what people have posted, that only raids can get you there in around 3 hours. And while I've seen people posting only dungeon times of, like, 2 hours, 26 minutes, so, like, slightly faster, I definitely could have optimized this a bit more. But I really have to feel like the most efficient time is a combination of the two. Yeah, we could do, like, the first Mogushan up to Spirit Kings, then do, like, Heart of Fear. The first 4 bosses of Heart of Fear definitely are worth it. For sure. And then maybe if we do that, like, really perfectly before reset, then I could get summoned back to Mogushan, blast up to Spirit Kings again, and that would be what? 4, 4, 4, so 12 bosses worth of XP. I don't fucking know the math on that. Basically 12 times, well, that would be what? 12 times 12, so that would be what? 144? 144% increased experience. Don't know if Terrace is worth it. First boss of Terrace, like, it's kind of fast. But, like, I feel like if you're going to do Terrace, you're probably going to do all of it, right? But that's only 4 bosses. But relative to Mogushan Vaults, like, the distance between Spirit Kings and Fang the Accursed is, like, about as long as it takes for Sulong to fly towards you. And the amount of time it takes to clear Garage All Trash is probably the amount of time it takes to clear Lei Shi Trash. Spirit Kings isn't the fastest fight in the world. It's probably about the amount of time it takes to do the RP. Yeah, with 4 people, you could definitely ping-pong around the raids. And I could get, like... I have an alt account that I could park at the summon. So, basically, I have 4 accounts, right? So I could do... 5 if you include the starter account. So I could do, like, the starter account boosting on the priest. Then I could do the leveling on my second account. And I could basically have characters on the other 2 accounts posted at each of the summoning stones. And then when we're doing Mogushan Vaults, since I'm not actively doing any damage anyway, you guys are the ones, theoretically, like, if I had people helping me with this, like, the viewers with the super big capes would be the ones one-shotting the bosses. So then, after I do the Mogushan summons, while you guys are killing the bosses, I would swap my summon characters over to Heart of Fear. I just have multiple ones sitting there, so log out, log in, and then I would get the summons sent to other people, and then they would take it the moment they finish Spirit Kings, and then we would all summon to Heart of Fear. I would log out on those 2 characters, go to Terrace of the Endless Spring. We could do that. And then after I've collected all of that bonus experience, then I heroic dungeon the rest of the way. The only problem is, obviously, there's, like, the weird thing of the gap between... Like, how would I account for that? So maybe it would be worth it to do dungeons all the way up to 35, and then do Mogushan at 35. But then it's like, the later you delay Mogushan... So maybe, no, you just send Mogushan immediately. After Spirit Kings, stop. Do more dungeons up to 35, then do Heart of Fear, then do Terrace, then back to Mogushan. I think the timing on that would be a lot more flexible, too. Then spam heroic dungeons up to 50. So you would only do, like, 10 more levels, only a few more runs. And then the moment the experience starts to fall off, which I believe is 51, then theoretically, with 150 bonus experience and raid XP banked, maybe that would be enough to get you there? It's worth a shot. The problem with a run like that is it requires so much coordination from so many different people that, like, while it would be a fun thing to test, I don't even think I'd bother testing that right now. Also, summon inside the raid after each boss RP finishes? Yeah. Like, I would pre-send the summons, basically, while we were doing Spirit King's trash, because by the time that we killed Spirit Kings, the summon would be about to finish, so then you could just immediately take it and we'd be good to go. Something like that. This is good practice, because, like, these are the types of things that I'm thinking about doing for the War Within. One of the reasons why I want to level so many Warlocks is I want to have Warlocks positioned at key locations during War Within launch, because I figure that if I shave off, like, minutes of travel time at once, I can get, like, 30 seconds ahead at regular points ahead of people, and that would further cement any lead that I have from the very get-go. So I want to try to do that. You sent me a DM of some of the theories that I tested during the stream. Nice. I'll take a look in a moment. Obviously, I'm going to end the stream shortly, but this is something to think about, yeah. I mean, I think that this is... This is like... How do I put it? This is maybe enough to just already make the video. Because, I mean, we have good testing, right? This is more than good enough testing to say, like, yeah, this is like, good informative video stuff. Where if I were to make a video on, you know, how to boost with alt-twinking, I mean, people know already, but now we know just how fast it really can be. We'll see. What I wonder is... Yeah, it would be nice if I'm thinking it would be awesome if I had the time to have somebody, like, test. I guess what I'll say is, if you are interested in, like, if you have a level 20 twink and you would want to boost one of my alts up to 70 later tonight, it would be like demon hours, though. Basically, like, 4 hours from right now. If you will be awake then, and you have a level 20 twink and you want to test that, and I can time it, and that way I can do, like, all the inventory management stuff, let me know, and I'd be interested in potentially doing that. But I'd have to see. I think that's the only other thing that I really need to test before I make a video on this, because we already know it's fast, we have enough data, and any of the crazier strategies, while they are fun to think about, that is not realistic for anybody. That's like a swag strat speedrun for the final month of MoP Remix, when we have already mathed out everything, and we know that we're not going to be seeing any major changes. So, I don't want to put too much thought into that stuff right now. I want to focus on, like, grounded, realistic leveling methods that anybody could do. If you had a level 20 twink ready, you'd be so down? Yeah. I mean, I'll probably post in Discord just in case, but yeah. When am I going back to Kata? Probably, like, literally after my raid. I'm still actively playing Kata, to be clear. If by when am I going back to Kata, you mean when am I making videos on Kata? Probably, like, another week or two. Then, really, the only other thing that I have left to test for Kata right now is 1 to 80 leveling. And I will be doing those test runs once we fully finish testing MoP Remix stuff. I haven't stopped playing Kata. In fact, like I said, immediately after finishing my retail raid tonight, I'm going to hop on Kata and finish grinding out my Therazane shoulder enchants for raid tomorrow. So, I'm still actively playing it. It's just the stuff that I'm doing in Kata right now, it's just grinding, right? Preparing for raid and stuff like that. You're level 46 with your Feral Druid and you don't know what to do? Yeah. I will do my best to get that testing done. It's just, I don't want to, like, split my focus. I don't want to do some MoP Remix, then some Kata, then some MoP Remix, then some Kata. I want to get MoP Remix out of the way, and then we will have, like, an entire month to just test Kata 1 to 80. And then I will be doing that pretty much until War Within Beta is available. And then I will be doing War Within testing runs. So, we have a lot of stuff to test, but yeah, I'd rather not split my time. I'd rather do focused runs, especially because Kata runs are going to take, like, multiple days in a row where I'd have to do it in chunks. Did I level every single character on Kata myself, or are you buying the max? I mean, I got a bunch of boosts from what's it called? The bundle thingy, but I did level a lot of characters myself, yes. All of the speedruns that you saw from 80 to 85. I don't have that many level 80 characters, though. I've done a little bit of lower level testing, but I have not done, since Kata launched, a full 1 to 80 run. That I'm going to save for, like, an actual streamed speedrun. So you will see that when that's done. I have, like, leftover characters that are, like, level 70 or something that I played in TBC Classic that I've leveled up a little bit. I had a bunch, like, around 80 already that I played during Wrath that I've done all the 80 to 85 tests on. But no, I've not fully leveled a character yet within Kata specifically. But yeah, I think that's about it. I have raid in a little over an hour, so obviously I want to take a quick break. I'll start the upload on this, so only 3 hours. Hopefully it won't take too long to get this onto the second channel. And thank you all for watching, and I will do a lot more MoP Remix testing stuff. Like I said, this will probably be what I cover in videos tomorrow. But yeah, peace. Thank you guys for watching. I will end the stream here.